sister said.
It's so noisy. What the heck are you doing?
Chu Ching was shocked to hear that older sister had entered the room without permission. Then he quickly put the sword behind his body, so as not to be seen by his sister. Embarrassed and shocked, Chu Ching remained silent and motionless. Not long after, his sister came out, closed the door quickly and said,
Take your time. Sorry for interrupting your walking session. Don't worry, I won't get in like this anymore.
Damn, another misunderstanding.
Then Chu Ching got dressed and went out to meet someone. He didn't forget to wear a spirit meter to protect herself in case something unexpected happened.
Okay, let's go to that action house and sell this spiritual rock.
Arriving at the designated place, he entered the room.
Someone really came at this hour. Doesn't he know it's late? We are closed. Come back tomorrow.
Hearing that, Chu Ching didn't go home, and he showed a golden spiritual stone.
A glowing yellow stone. Why would there be?
Suddenly he was shocked to see the aura emitted by the stone, and asked Chu Ching to bring it to the table for him, and said,
Hey, may I see it? Wow, this is an extraordinary and rare stone. This thing emanates so much aura, and what's amazing is, it can greatly help one's cultivation. What a rare treasure. Hello, my name is Jiayu. I'm the successor of Shijin Auction House.
And the two of them shook hands and got to know each other.
How many of this stone do you have, and what is its name?
It is spiritual rock. You probably know its effects. I've got 5 of them.
I am offering you 100,000 yuan each. If you sell all of them right now, that will be 1,000,000 yuan. What do you think?
The screen changed to outside. In an alley, Chu Ching said,
It was worth it. The price was higher than O thought. If my plan works, I can create a huge monopoly of business. It is just a matter of time until I reign the auction and the martial arts world.
After that, he opened a message from Chen Huo, which contained an invitation to drink together. While continuing his journey home, he felt something approaching. Suddenly someone swung a knife from behind to injure Chu Ching. Chu Ching quickly realized this. Then he immediately opened a sword formation to block the knife stab. There was a clash of power between the two, but the enemy was thrown back by the effect of Chu Ching's sword. Then Chu Ching moved quickly. The enemy was surprised to see the speed, until he didn't realize he had been hit by a sword slash from Chu Ching. Chu Ching began to walk closer to his enemy, brought his sword closer to the enemy's shoulder and began to integrate.
Who sent you?
Li Yuwei. It was him that hired us to kill you and said you were a weak student. Please don't kill me.
Hearing the enemy's answer, Chu Ching smiled and finished the person quickly.
Relax, your boss will come to retrieve your body later. Li family, I will personally serve your demise, just wait.
Then suddenly Chu Ching's body felt incredible pain.
My body, what's happening? What is happening? My body is boiling hot. Using it for the first time stresses my current body. My vision is blurring out.
Chu Ching walked until in front of Chen Huo's apartment door. He still felt pain and said, Why did I come here? From inside the apartment, Chen Huo came out to meet Chu Ching. Then, Chen Huo saw Chu Ching in a bad condition and hot body. In surprise, Chu Ching immediately hugged Chen Huo's small body, without asking permission first. And he then kissed Chen Huo with great lust and passion. Then the two of them returned a very delicious and enjoyable kiss, holding Chen Huo's head so that it did not move.
Sorry. Why am I so impulsive today? Was it because I killed someone?
Hearing Chu Ching speak, Chen Huo did not respond to the problem, and wanted to continue the action that was about to happen now. Continuing in the middle seat, Chen Huo was in the top position and prepared to hold Chu Ching's missile. 4 hours passed. The two of them felt tired and slept together after fighting. Chen Huo was seen with a tired face after holding the missile. On the other hand, Chu Ching felt happy and smiled, because he had succeeded in putting the missile into Chen Huo's hull. The screen changes to morning at school where the weather looks very bright. In a class, Chu Ching is seen sleeping, because he is still tired from last night's event. On the other hand, Tang Ziyun opens the classroom door and looks for Chu Ching, who has not been seen since morning. Hearing someone looking for him, Chu Ching tries to wake up and opens eyes. Tang Ziyun quickly approaches Chu Ching and wants to invite him to eat together. Chu Qing wakes up and is surprised by Tang Xian's face, which is so close to him. Then, Tang Xian smells the scent of a woman sticking to Chu Qing's body. Chu Qing's face quickly became panicked and sweaty, because he was afraid of being caught with Manhwa. And then they chatted.
Forget it, wanna have lunch with me?
Yeah, sure. I want to go with you. Good thing she didn't notice. It will be troublesome if she finds out I spent a night at another woman's place.
After leaving the classroom, his two friends saw the two of them walking together, and surprised them, because Tang Xian invited Chu Qing to eat together.
What made you invite me for lunch so suddenly?
I just wanna have lunch with you, no strings attached. Can I hold your hand?
I thought she said there's no strings attached. She is not even embarrassed when lying.
Then, Chu Qing's hand held Tang Xian's hand affectionately. Tang Xian's face turned red and embarrassed by Chu Qing's touch. Chu Qing was also surprised to see Tang Xian's face innocent and looked embarrassed. Chu Qing started teasing Tang Xian. With a smile, he started pinching Tang Xian's soft and charming cheeks. Then reflexively, Tang Xian pulled Chu Qing's pinch and said,
Hey. You dare pinch me?
So, what if he did?
Then, Chu Qing laughed seeing Tang Xian's cute behavior.
I was raised to be an heiress. Anyone whom I met and socialized was carefully planned, and I've never met someone like Chu Qing before. But ever since we met on the court, I have a strange feeling that he's someone important to me. And when we're together, I even feel very secure and comfy. It's strange, but why do I feel this way? How did I turn into a good-for-nothing mankin?
Arrived at the famous restaurant, Chu Qing started ordering.
2 sets of spicy rice noodles, one without cilantro but with more spice and vinegar, please.
How does he know my taste? Did he run a background check on me?
What's wrong? Why are you blushing?
Nothing.
A few minutes later, there were two strange people who saw them and walked over. Chu Qing saw that, and began to suspect that the two would do something bad. Then one of them looked and saw Tang Xian. The second also carried a knife that was stored behind his body. The two strange people began to order food and took a seat behind Tang Xian. On the other hand, Chu Qing lured them by pretending to leave Tang Xian. The two strange people began to give each other signals to launch an attack on Tang Xian. The two of them began to stand up and take knives, walking behind Tang Xian, and preparing to attack with the knives. However, before touching Tang Xian, suddenly a bowl of noodles flew towards them, and the headshot hit the head and face of one of them. On the other hand, Tang Xian was surprised and immediately looked back. There was already a knife there to greet her. However, it was not Tang Xian who was hit, but Chu Qing who was stabbed by the knife, because he tried to block. Tang Xian was immediately shocked and stood up when she saw Chu Qing being stabbed. On the other hand, Chu Qing began to use his strength to fight them. With full strength he easily threw the strange person who attacked him, and the person was thrown far away, until he fell and hit the cupboard. Then from behind Tang Xian told Chu Qing not to interfere, because the target was her, not Chu Qing. Chu Qing ignored Tang Xian's request. He even increased his strength by gathering strength in one point of his fist. But it wasn't that easy. The enemy tried to fight back with a black dragon kick, but Chu Qing easily avoided the kick. After avoiding, strength was gathered and prepared to launch a punch. And smash! The black buffalo punch hit the enemy right on target, until the enemy fell and was thrown. One person fell, but from behind, another enemy prepared to attack Chu Qing with the blue cat jump technique. Next he used the monkey palm technique to injure Chu Qing. However, at that time Chu Qing only looked and did not feel anything from the enemy's power. He laughed feeling the enemy's power was so weak. Suddenly the enemy was thrown back, because he could not withstand Chu Qing's great power. It only took a few minutes. All the enemies were helpless against Chu Qing.
Are you part of an ancient martial arts family?
No, it's kinda complicated. Just thought of me as a freelance warrior. We can talk about this later. It's not safe here anymore. Call your family to deal with too.
Screen changes. In the clear sky, Chu Qing is still not strong enough to walk, because the knife wound continues to bleed, and Tang Xian said,
Are you sure you are okay? I can send you to the hospital.
I'm fine. It is just a small wound. It would heal itself. Those two assassins were just mediocre, but they could still hurt me. It looks like I have to start making spirit artifacts for defense.
Chu Qing. You look like you know quite a bit about my family. Li Yue didn't brother you, did he?
No way! How could a young master like me have trouble with just a few underlings?
Is that true? And about earlier, why did you save me?
I don't know. I just can't tell her that. Girl, you were my wife in my previous life, now can I? Honestly, I had a feeling that I've known you for quite a long time. Even to the point that I could die for you.
Are you sure? Die for me?
It is not strange to think I have some sort of ulterior motive. But I want you to trust me. I will definitely help you, and I know your family has had some trouble recently.
To be frank, our Tang family is known for producing medicines. We have dozens of factories under us. But around a month ago, the family recipe families joined forces to pressure us. I think this incident has to do with the Li family. They want me to marry into their family so they can swallow us whole.
That Li family again. Not only do they want to destroy the family, but they also want to take over the Tang family as well. They are pretty blatant on playing with fire. If I tell you that I can fix your troubles, will you believe in me?
You can fix it?
Actually, it's quite easy. We just need your family to make another formula for the medicines.
That's easier said than done. There are more than 10 research centers that our family owns around the country. We spent about 20 years just make a little over 10 formulas.
We'll leave this matter for later. In 2 days there will be an auction. By the time the auction ends, your family would have noticed me. We can go into the details then. What is this strange feeling?
Chu Qing, what's wrong?
I marked the Chengxi with spirit energy because I was worried. Why is it suddenly removed? I have something urgent to deal with, so I won't be going back to class. Please tell Lingdong to take a leave for me.
Chu Qing.
Hoo-ha, something happened to the Chengxi. Track her phone and send me her location now.
Okay, copy that.
Next, I will call Jiayu. Jiayu, this is Yu Qing.
Hey, what is it? You've got a new treasure for me.
No, actually. I just want to get a ride from you.
Sure. Where am I gonna pick you?
Pick me up here. I will wait.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Something urgent came up. That is all for today's auction.
Next screen, Jiayu quickly picks up Chucheng and continues searching for Yi Chengxi. Hua successfully finds Yi Chengxi's phone location, and the location is moving. Then, Chucheng tells Jiayu to go to the location quickly. Hearing that, Jiayu tells Chucheng to get ready and hold on tightly, because he will use nitrous to increase speed. Whoosh! The car's speed reaches 300 kilometers per hour, and all the cars are passed quickly. There Chucheng prepares to use the see-through eye technique, which can reach a distance of 10 kilometers. After a few seconds, Chucheng found Yi Chengxi in the van unconscious. After approaching the target, Chucheng told Jiayu to block the van quickly, so that it could not escape any further. Jiayu stepped on the gas to the limit. Then, he immediately blocked the van carrying Yi Chengxi. The van lost control and hit a tree across the road. Chucheng quickly got out of the car to see how the car carrying Yi Chengxi was doing. Two people are seen getting out of the van, and they are carrying weapons. On the other hand, Chucheng was getting carried away by anger. He immediately took out his spirit sword with a strong killing aura. Sensing Chucheng's killing aura, they were frightened and prepared with their weapons. Guns were fired at Chucheng, 8 bullets flew. But with high speed, Chucheng dodged all the bullets while attacking them. With just one hit they were knocked out without any resistance. How sad. Afterward, Chucheng walked to the van carrying Yi Chengxi. Near the car, when he wanted to open the door, Chucheng felt a large energy heading towards him. And sure enough, behind him there was a strong spirit energy shot. The car immediately exploded from the energy. On the other hand, Chucheng managed to avoid it. From the smoke, 2 people appeared who looked like warriors, one carrying a duster. Chucheng was shocked to see their appearance. He thought they were spirit cultivators.
You have a young look, but otherwise skilled. Why not join us at Quanzin sect?
Quanzin sect? I heard of them, but they would never produce failures like you two.
Failures, senior. Let's cut the talking and kill this kid with a filthy mouth.
With those limited skills, you've got the audacity to leave the training ground? You should go back and train a few more years.
Then they both got angry, because Chuching made fun of their still weak strength. One person started to take out a weapon from inside his right shirt. The weapon was a yellow spear, and the spear was quickly directed at Chuching. Not wanting to lose, Chuching took out his weapon, which was a spirit sword, which emitted a sparkling light. Then the two weapons clashed and emitted tremendous power. A few minutes later, the enemy was thrown back very far, because he could not withstand Chuching's strength. Then the spear was seen cracking and starting to break. Seeing his weapon starting to become fragile, he panicked and lost concentration. There was an opportunity. Chuching started to attack by jumping up, and he attacked with his sword with full strength, but the enemy was still able to defend with his spear. Less than 10 minutes, the enemy's spear could not last long and started to break. Finally, the spear broke in two and could not be used again. Seeing his spear broken, the enemy started to get angry, little by little releasing his full strength by throwing snail punches. But without him realizing, Chuching had already made a very fast attack, which made the enemy's hand fall apart. He looked shocked by the sudden attack. His face began to turn pale, and the severed hand fell on the road. On the other hand, his teacher, who saw that, began to show an angry face. Without thinking twice, he jumped up and began to release power with his duster weapon. He quickly painted yin and yang in the back position and prepared to launch a magic shot. And boom, a huge explosion occurred right at the location where Chuching was. But emerging from the thick smoke, it was seen that the enemy was hit by the explosion. And it turned out, Chuching used the enemy to protect him from the explosion. With an evil smiling face, Chuching began to provoke the enemy by throwing away his enemy's body and mocking the enemy's martial arts were very weak. Hearing the taunts, he became even more emotional and began to release all his abilities. He flew high up to release energy. But before he had time to release his energy, Chuching quickly reached a higher place. Then, Chuching quickly managed to stab his sword into the enemy's body. He began to release a lot of red liquid from his mouth and body, and said his sister would avenge all of this. It was seen that two enemies were already lying down and helpless. Chuching then looked for Yi Chengxi in the car. Yi Chengxi is still seen unconscious because she is still under the anesthetic. Then, Chuching tries to pat Yi Chengxi's cheek to wake her up. Suddenly Chengxi woke up and was surprised to see Chuching in front of her, and she said,
C.H. Chuching, why are you here? We have to go now. There were two senior Taoists that even I couldn't land a hit.
Come here and calm yourself down. And don't be afraid. Everything's fine now.
Then, Chengxi saw two enemies who were already helpless among the rubble of the road. Chengxi cried, traumatized, and Chuching hugged her back to calm her heart.
Do you have an idea on who kidnapped you?
I have a gut feeling it's the Li family. We are not on good terms. Recently, they officially started a war, but every time we fight, a few masters will appear to help them, making us retreat.
Number wonder the Li family is on the move recently. They must have had an agreement with those Taoist training in the deep mountains.
Those masters are abnormal. Their men were very strong, and there is no way to read any of the moves they make. I am not belittling men.
It's okay, I understand. That means the situation is not looking good for the family, right?
Not only that, but a lot of small families have been creating problems for us.
Does that mean it's related to the auction in 2 days? This might be why the ancient martial arts family had been so active recently. There's a high chance for rare treasures to appear.
It makes sense. They must have tried to disrupt other families from getting the news so that we can't prepare for it. C.H. Chuching, you really are my lucky star. Do you want to go to my place? I want to feel my mom what happened, and I'm sure my mom would want to thank you.
Then, Chuching happily stroked Chengxi's head and went to Chengxi's house to meet Yi's family. At night, at Yi's family residence, in a meeting room, there were already several Yi families waiting for their arrival. A few minutes later, they both arrived at the meeting room with serious faces.
Chuching, come, sit down.
Wait!
Big sis, what's wrong?
You let an outsider in our secret meeting. This is inappropriate. Not to mention, he's a man.
I didn't come here to participate in your secret meeting. I'm not participating or being here for the meeting itself.
Chu-Ching was careless. I wanted to use this opportunity to fix his moriga with Chengxi, but the chance is now lost.
I'm here to talk about business. Take a look at this.
It's just a random stone.
What's this? What's the use of it?
I made it myself. It's a spirit stone. Exercise the internal strength within your body and feel Ti's flow.
Then, Mother Chengxi wanted to try the stone from Chu-Ching and started to concentrate to feel its power, deepening the concentration, and she began to feel the increasing power. And suddenly, Chengxi's mother screamed loudly, because she had increased her power many times over. Chengxi and her aunt were shocked, seeing the huge change in power that happened to Chengxi's mother.
Chu-Ching, how much do you have in hand right now? As long as the price is reasonable, we want every bit of it.
It's not for sale. I mean, not directly.
Are you messing with?
Let me finish. There will be an auction in 2 days. The price of the stone will be standardized there, so if you want to buy them, you can come to me anytime, and I will give you a discount, considering my relationship with the Chengxi. As for the reason I came here, it's because there's something extra I want to give you all. A talisman I made that provides protection, and another that boosts combat strength for a short amount of time.
Boosts combat strength for a short time?
How much does it increase?
30%.
30%.
How much time do you need? What's the price?
Making the talisman is quite easy. I only need a few days. It's not for profit, so you can set the price. The elixirs, however. You have to wait for a week or so. The first batch would all be supplied to the family. We can decide on the price later.
Why are you helping us?
Simply, because the Chengxi is my friend.
Hearing what Chu-Ching said, Chengxi was immediately stunned. The conversation was over. The two of them moved to the side yard of the house and began to talk about something.
I was messing around with you in the beginning, but before I realized it, we became friends and you've been helping me and my family whenever you can ...
I didn't expect my life here would be pretty much interesting.
The screen changed, the place where Chu-Ching lived. Chu-Ching opened the door and entered the house. Not yet entering, he was shocked. There were guests at home at night. A woman was seen not too old chatting with his father and mother. Then the woman greeted Chu-Ching and introduced herself as his second aunt. But Chu-Ching didn't believe it, because she had never appeared in his previous life. Before finishing speaking, the woman suddenly talked about Chu-Ching's future marriage. Hearing that, Chu-Ching was silent and shocked, because he was only 17 years old and not legally married yet.
Second aunt, I'm still in college. Marriage can wait until graduation?
College? A small boy like you attending college is a waste of money.
My world favors men over women, but it's the other way around here. But this kind of annoying situation made me think they are the same.
Where's Shu-Zi? Is she doing her postgrad?
No, she is at home dilly-dallying.
She probably came back late last night and is still in bed right now.
You are all uneducated, just like how your mom was back then, like mother, like children.
Hearing a pleasant conversation, the father asked permission to go to the kitchen to make tea. Chu-Ching saw his father's face looked sad, and he wanted to give karate lessons to his aunt.
This foul-mouthed woman. I want to beat her up.
Look at him right now, Sai. If you listen and take Liu family's son from Heishi, you could have less struggle.
Suddenly, mother and aunt were shocked, hearing the sound of Chu-Ching hitting the table hard.
Excuse me. I saw a fly on the table just now and it was painfully annoying.
Seems like I am not welcome here. I should leave. That said, you should still give the family an explanation. Show some respect at least. And you, Chu-Ching, enjoy your remaining collage days. Because you will be married off soon.
Now why would I listen to you?
Humph, it is not up to you decide. All you have to do is to marry some rich woman, and your family would have a comfortable future.
Selling yourself out? Sorry, I'm not quite cheap like someone I know. If you love selling yourself so much, why not sell that leg of yours? How much do you think tea is worth?
Sis, you have to bring him to a psychiatrist to find out why he had those evil thoughts.
Hearing all the talk from the fake aunt, Chu-Ching started to get bored and started walking towards the room while glancing at them. Arriving in the bedroom, Chu-Ching tried to think how to prank his aunt. Then, he called Chengxi to ask that his aunt be taught a lesson because she was too arrogant. The screen changed. In a luxurious bar, it turned out that there was Chu King's aunt who was drinking iced coffee with two girls. From a door, someone was watching Aunt Chu Cheng, but his aunt didn't realize it. Three women appeared with one female leader in red who was making a phone call. It turned out that they were Chengxi's followers, who were assigned to find Aunt Chu Cheng. Aunt Chu Cheng asked Chengxi to clean up the person. After entering the room, Chu Cheng began to make spirit stones and increase the power of the stones, from 6 small stones to 1 blue spirit stone that glows. But Chu Cheng was not happy yet, because the stone was still weak, far from perfect. Then he took a cutter and prepared to do the next process. The cutter was thrown at the spirit stone quickly to find out how strong the stone was. The spirit stone was seen starting to release its power, and the cutter was thrown after touching the spirit stone. It turned out that the stone had the power to protect its user if there was a sudden attack. Then Chu Cheng made 7 more spirit stones to be given to the people closest to him. The screen changed to the dining table where Chu King's family was. There the father started a conversation with Chu Cheng about studying at school. Chu Cheng heard that, already knowing where this conversation was going.
I understand, Dad. You don't have to worry too much. The issue with Mom's family, I will pay them back.
You don't have to do that for us. We don't mind at all, as long as you're happy.
Oh yeah, I prepared something. These are for you too, and one for Sis.
Chu Cheng, what necklace is this? And what is its use for? Because this stone doesn't seem dangerous. Son, where did you get this pendant? It feels so warm and comfy.
I got them from a high priest in a temple. Of course they are good.
The day changed in the classroom where all the students were studying.
This mortal body can't stand multiple nights of artifact making.
Chu Cheng, wake up, we are in class.
The teacher approached Chu Cheng because he was sleeping in class while studying. On the other hand, Kaoran panicked seeing him. Arriving at Chu King's desk, the teacher immediately slammed the table and made Chu Cheng shocked to death.
It seems that you slept well. Go in front and answer the question on the board.
How to solve this? I didn't pay attention. Wait, Song Kaoran taught me this.
Remembering what Song Kaoran taught, Chu Cheng immediately worked on the questions given. In less than 5 minutes, he managed to work on all the questions.
I am done.
How did he? So fast, and they're all correct. Yeah, he solved it even when he slept through the lecture. I could not even understand even when I am listening. Even if you prepared beforehand, you can't sleep in class, got it?
As a failing student in my last life, I've never been treated like this.
Hey Chu Cheng, you don't have any roles, do you? I am letting you be the class representative.
Teacher, I think...
Are there any objections?
No, not at all.
After getting angry, we see that there's only Chu King alone in the classroom, and he's doing something.
I'd better start making the talismans, I promise, for the family. These talismans can only block 1 lethal attack for the wearer. A safe price to estimate for these is about 30,000. I wonder how much I can make in such a short amount of time.
Chu Cheng, stop sleeping. I want to talk.
Hearing a shout, Chu Cheng was startled and the talisman sword exploded.
Chu Cheng, are you playing with fire in class?
It is not broken, but the quality is... Here, take this. It will protect you from disasters, but don't tell anyone.
Whoa, a protective wooden sword. I appreciate the thought, bro. I have something for you two. Here's a drink for you, Chu Cheng. Will you take it? I'll be happy if you do.
Cola? And half full?
Ouch, ouch. Brother Chu, pardon me. I do have some matters to discuss.
What is it? Is it important?
There's a school sports event in today. Are you joining? You did beat the campus king after all.
Not interested. I am busy.
The video of you playing ball is already on the web, so even if you refuse, the class teacher is going to make you play anyways. Plus, we are already in our last year of high school. Don't you want to leave some good memories one last time?
This kid is right. Now that I'm back to my high school years, I should at least take a god taste of this life right now. All right. If you say so.
Yes, now I can claim my prize.
What prize? You didn't make a bet with someone, did you?
What? No way.
From outside the classroom, the male students saw something amazing coming. A beautiful, elegant, sexy woman with pink hair came into the classroom. The other female students were mesmerized by her sexy body and perfume, as she was the school's idol singer.
Cha-ching, long time no see.
Yeah, it has been a while.
You've got quite famous recently. I still can't believe you obliterated Tang Ziyan on the field. I like you.
It happened that I was in my top condition that day.
There's a gathering event with our middle school friends. Try guess the host.
Joe Bukun?
Oh my. How did you know?
He is the person that loves being in the spotlight the most. Who else would host this event other than him?
You want to go? It sounds boring without you there. Plus, there are some friends that miss you.
How could I not go when you asked?
It's settled then. I will call you tomorrow. Your face is making me adorable. The more I look at you, the more handsome you are. Maybe that's why Tang Ziyan fell head over heels for you.
After saying that, Warner left Chuking with a happy feeling.
When did Ling Warner became so annoying she dared to tease me like that?
Brother Chu, when did you get so close to her?
We went to the same primary and middle school. What's with that face?
Wild Ling Warner is my goddess. Brother Chu, Daddy Chu. You need to get her signature for me.
Why don't you ask her yourself then? Grow some balls, geez.
I can't even talk to her. She is my gods. My goddess, do you understand me? If we could be together for just one day, I would pass out.
I have something to do. See you later.
The screen changes. Chu Ching is walking in the school hallway. A few minutes later, Tang Ziyan was sitting and doing something seriously. Suddenly Chu Ching appeared in front of her. Tang Ziyan didn't realize and was surprised that someone was in front of her.
Doing homework?
Yes. I spent my whole afternoon trying to solve this question.
I will teach you. This is the question I answered in class.
Your method is easier to understand.
Now's not the time for this. We'll continue later. Let's stand up, my beautiful girlfriend. Come with me. I have something to tell you.
The screen switches outdoors near the soccer field. Tang Ziyan and Chu Ching are alone together.
This is for you. Wear it at all times.
This jade. There's definitely more to it. It seems like a precious item. I don't need it.
Listen to me, take it. It will keep you safe. With it is magic, trust me.
You're very considerate of me. Thank you very much.
It's getting to be noon. After break time, Chu Ching entered the classroom and started studying. Chu King wasn't studying math or anything else. But he was learning how to make a talisman sword. The school bell rang, signaling it was time to go back to school. While at school, Chu Ching has spent many failed attempts to make the talisman sword.
Next, I will go see the Chengxi and see what price she offers.
Hey, Chu Ching. You want to hang out with us tonight?
Tonight? Where?
At an exciting place, I promise.
Nah, I will pass. Maybe next time.
Wait, Brother Chu.
Day turned into night, right at the family residence of Yi. Then, Chu King was welcomed by Chengxi, jumping up and hugging Chu King passionately.
You finally came. I was bored to death. What is this? What's with the smell? Are you with another woman?
What? No, I don't have time for that. I came here for business. This is for you, free of charge.
What is this? A necklace or a medal?
Testing the strength of the stone, Chu Ching threw a glass at Chengxi quickly. The stone activates as it detects the approaching danger of the opponent's attack. Then the stone emits a sword-shaped shield that will protect the user from all directions. From the front, Chu Ching touches Chengxi's hand to explain the stone's function and power.
This is for protection. It will trigger automatically, so it's better than the usual ones.
Thank you, my future husband. You are way too good. Don't think that this gift will you a free paw for fooling around with other women outside. If I find out,
Don't worry about it, Chengxi. Okay, I've got business elsewhere, but don't worry, I will come see you after.
The screen switches to Chu Hua's apartment.
Whoa, she didn't even lock the door. She's still fast asleep. Didn't hear me come in. Having a bad dream?
Chu Ching, when did you come in? I saw my mom again. She left me and Dad. You won't be like that, will you? Leaving suddenly without notice.
Maybe one day I will have to return to my world. And when that time comes, don't worry, I will never leave you.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare. 'Cause if you leave, I will. I will bite you to death.
A few hours later, Manhwa fell asleep again. After exhausting herself serving Chuching with full service.
I better go home this weekend. If Dad finds out I'm away, it'll be trouble.
While picking up the cell phone, Chuching accidentally touched the computer mouse, and the computer screen lit up. He saw the information on the computer screen that Manhwa had collected.
It's an info on Jinmen ancient martial arts family. She went herself and compiled all of these for me.
Before leaving, Chuching left a guardian stone nearby so that she could find out. Also, Chuching gave him a kiss of thanks for serving him. While outside, walking among many people, he heard the phone ringing.
Hello? Dad?
Where are you? I will get Mom to pick you up.
I am near Baijia Market.
A few seconds later, the mother stopped to pick up Chuching.
You are quite fast, Mom.
I was nearby. Now tell me, son, where had you been? I smell women's perfume on you.
I went to a friend's birthday party and everyone was there. Regardless of which world, women always have this scary sixth sense.
Birthday parties are fine, but you can't be alone with a woman. Understand?
I understand. I thought you stopped smoking?
Just trying to cover the perfume on you. Your dad has a sensitive nose. If he finds out, it will be hell for you.
Thanks, Mom. The family paid me 12 million just for the talisman? If producing a few otherworldly objects makes me this much, manufacturing those elixirs would sell for a fortune. Jai Yu, I've got something for you. Are you free?
Yes, sure.
The screen changed in the grand residence of Jiayu. Inside, they sat together and enjoyed the meal provided by the host. Then, Chuching gave a protective stone to Jiayu.
Chuching, bro, this is quite a treasure, isn't it, to precious giving it to me?
Don't sweat it, you know what it is. I will save my breath from explaining.
I see. You investigated me as well. Thanks, bro. I commend you. Frankly, this is the first time someone is treating me wholeheartedly because he wants to be a friend.
What makes you say that?
I grew up with my dad, and back then we only had each other. It wasn't until middle school that he told me that my mom was part of a powerful family. Not long after that, I was taken away to my mom's side and transferred over to a school for the rich. You know that feeling? They looked at me like some sort of freak. For the past 2 years, they might have given me the chance to prove myself, but their piercing gaze had never changed.
I have no similar experience, but I didn't have a comfortable life either. My mom came from a powerful family as well. Her family didn't like my dad, so they ran away together. Recently, they found us and came pressuring my parents to marry me off to a rich woman. That obese kind with at least 200 kilograms.
Sorry, I can't. I can't stop myself. I am really happy today. Let's drink for the night. I won't let you go until we're both drunk. Here's a toast for your fat aunt.
The crescent moon is clearly visible, indicating it is late at night. Chuching is walking up the stairs of the apartment, red-faced and staggering. Before reaching the door, the sister arrived first and was about to open the door. But Chuching has an idea to prank his sister with a scary face and make his sister scream in fear.
You want Mom and Dad to notice? Oh God, you reek of alcohol.
What about you? A young man like you drank till midnight. You won't be able to marry with that.
A few seconds later, his sister was seen staggering and was about to fall because she couldn't bear the hangover. And sure enough, she was unconscious, and Chuching managed to hold on to her. Arriving at the room, Chuching immediately put his older sister on the bed in a challenge position. On the other hand, he felt that he was on the verge. He couldn't bear the hangover and wanted to rest. In a few seconds he fell and landed on the bed. He didn't realize that he was in his sister's room.
What's this? It feels good in my hands.
Zifeng, come here. Don't be shy.
Who is Zhao Feng?
And both of them don't realize what the perfect position is. His sister wants to kiss Chu Cheng, and he enjoys the mountains of his sister. But before anything else, Chu Cheng woke up and was shocked by what he did with his sister.
What the hell? Booze is definitely not good. I will never drink again. I will never drink again. I will never drink again.
A sunny morning in a market, Chu Cheng was shopping for clothes for her school reunion, and he found a model that matched her unique boots.
Clothes for the reunion party. Check. Now I need a car so I don't have to keep bothering Jiayu.
Isn't that Chu Cheng? What? Can't you recognize your old classmate?
Zhou Bukun?
How interested shopping you don't like stay at home? Correct. I organized it tonight classmate reunion. Will you come?
Definitely come, Lin Wanner 2 days ago just told me.
Wanner in person tell you? That night waiting for you.
Zhou Bukun then left Chu Cheng with an annoyed face. Because Chu Cheng got the reunion invitation directly from Ling Wanner. Seeing Zhou Bukun's behavior, he remembered the old days where Chu Cheng was always looked down upon by other students, and the female students also harassed and insulted her, which made Chu Cheng feel excluded in his own world.
After attending high school, did you know isolated everywhere, all outstanding, rumor behind? Tonight I will give you well opportunity to face.
After walking for a few minutes, he arrived at the new car dealership. At the car lot, one of the employees offered an orange sports car, but Chu Cheng was not interested in the bright color.
Is there a man? Do not feminine car show me.
Then Chu Cheng fixated on a black sports car, and he immediately checked the inside of the car. After checking the car, Chu Cheng checked how much the car cost. Knowing the price, he immediately bought the car with cash. The two employees who saw it did not think there was a man who could buy a car by himself. The next day at night, he came to the reunion venue with a new car and new clothes.
Revisit the old land. Last time I was there, the meal here.
Arriving at the door, he started to open the door with his heart pounding. And inside the room was already bustling with people joking around, while enjoying the dishes on the table. Seeing the crowded scene, Chu Cheng felt shy and insecure. Before he could be talked down to by people, Chu Cheng approached Tang Ziyan to join in.
Why didn't you see Lin Wanner? She invited me, why are you not there?
Her affairs, how could I know? But you come like this, Zhou Buchuan can lose miserably. He just bet with you just now. Say you will come in school uniform today. If he loses, big guy meals for the week.
Has he got water in his head? When I buy clothes, I meet him again. Does he still make such a bet?
While chatting with Tang Ziyan, Zhou Bukun and his two friends were watching and stalking from behind. Full of anger, Zhou Bukun still holds a grudge against Chu Cheng.
He probably thought you wouldn't buy anything.
Zhou Bukun, I know that you will be inviting everyone to eat for a week. Don't forget about me.
Of course, to all of you present here, next week at the school, canteen meals will be on me.
Everyone in the room was happy that Zhou Bukun was provoked by Chu King's talk about free meals at school. Zhou Bukun's emotions were unstoppable, and he wanted to get back at Chu Cheng.
He is smart. He reduced the possibilities of other place, but eating at the school canteen for a week with everyone won't be cheap.
He started the bet and lost.
I have something to announce. We from first and second years from middle school will be preparing for the Olympic Games, and I am planning on making a male basketball team, since we have enough people that express their interest to join. Chu Cheng, I know you play a little bit of basketball. Wanna join the group?
I am not interested.
You said he plays little bit of basket, but he beat me. Are you saying that I don't know how to play?
I did not.
If you are making a team or not, I don't care. But games and sports are correlated with the school's honor, so cast your problems aside and win. Understood?
I don't have any problem, but Chu Kings.
Hey. What do you think?
I believe it is perfect. Here, open your mouth, honey.
That looks delicious.
Tang Ziyan immediately opened his mouth and tasted the food prepared by Chu Cheng. The two of them looked romantic, but Zhou Bukun, who saw it, was very jealous and angry.
Don't you want to join the basketball team?
If you want me to join the team, I have a condition. Kiss me.
Just that? What do you think about a French kiss?
All right, but it isn't you that will take the lead, I will. Close your eyes.
Then Tang Ziyan enjoyed Chu King's cleavage, groping from her cheeks to her lips, which were so beautiful and enchanting.
So, since you accepted, win the tournament and there will be a very special reward.
Everyone at the table saw Tang Ziyan and Chu Qing so romantic. They told Tang Ziyan to invite Chu Qing for the next event.
There isn't a problem, if you want.
At first, I said I was going to win over Tang Ziyan. But this dinner, I will invite you all to eat dessert at a nearby restaurant.
Hearing what Chu Qing said, everyone was happy to get a free dessert.
Are you sure you can invite them?
What? Do you think I can't pay? Calm down. You are already my girlfriend. How could I disappoint you?
Being a man. How could you try to get more famous than a girl?
Everyone who saw the two were laughing and happy. But not Juobukun. He was suspicious of all this.
This meeting was made for me. I should be the center of attraction right now. Chu Qing, prepare yourself.
Everyone continued to eat and waited for the main star singer to perform.
The desserts here are really good.
Lin Wanner, did you finish your job?
Yes, I had something important to do, so I couldn't come. Hey, Chu Qing, you came.
Lin Wen, it is very bad of you to keep me waiting.
The company wanted me to record a video. I didn't have a choice. Didn't you see that I tried to come ASAP?
Did you close the contract with the company? Are you prepared for your debut?
After a few minutes, someone suddenly asked Juobukun to play the piano.
I passed on the level 6 piano exam. Playing by my own wouldn't be fun. If Lin Wan show us a bit of her dance, would be more fun.
Of course, no problem. Today, this dance will be dedicated to my best friend.
Immediately everyone shouted at Chu Qing, because he was Lin Wanner's best friend. On the other hand, Juobukun, who was not recognized, felt uncomfortable with the shouting. Lin Wen began to perform her best dance in front of everyone, making her look dazzling with her beautiful body.
That kid plays piano very well.
Don't you think the dance is better?
Good as Tang, talking that way. Don't tell me you are jealous.
What are you looking at? She is dancing especially for you. Don't even try to disappoint her.
Seeing Tang Ziyan and Chu Qing making out, Juobukun felt unappreciated while performing and made him jealous.
The girl I like is dancing for you, yet you're talking to another girl. Do you take me for a fool? Chu Qing, do you know what respect means?
Whether you play or not is your problem. Whether I hear your play or not, it is my problem. I think you rushed yourself.
I don't care if you're giving me attention or not, but what about Lin Wan?
Hearing Juobukun's talkativeness, he felt tired and stood up with a drink. He then directed the drink to Lin Wanner for permission to drink and respect. Lin Wen, who saw that, smiled and understood what Chu Qing meant, and she also greeted Chu Qing back with a slight bow of her head. Juobukun, who saw this, was not pleased, and his anger began to rise.
You can't. When someone is acting, you are there laughing. Do you know the rules to watch a show?
The song that's playing is mediocre. The music that I make while whistling are way better. If I played like you, I would have already cut my hands.
Chu Qing, regret what you just said, and then get onto your knees and apologize.
How's this? If you lose, you can say bye to your hands.
Then Chu Qing started whistling. Everyone in the room was moved, and Chu Qing's whistling touched the souls of those who heard it.
This song is the true song of the gods. I learned it when I was converting to a god in my past life.
On the other hand, the students saw Juobukun, who was so frightened when he heard the beautiful song. For a few seconds, Juobukun felt an aura that would kill him. Right behind him, it was Chu Qing who gave off a dark killing aura like a demon. Juobukun then looked back and was shocked, because Chu Qing's face was bloodthirsty. Just in time, Ling Wen told Chu Qing to stop releasing the killing aura.
Are you going to ask me to forgive him?
Seeing Chu Qing's annoyed aura, Lin Wen could only be silent and speechless.
We all are colleagues here. Stop scaring him. He'll contemplate later. Besides, if you do that, Yo will have problems.
Because of that song, I was influenced by its wrath, so I nearly forgot that I'm not in heaven.
Then, Chu-Ching thought of something appropriate to teach Juobukun a lesson. He picked up the dessert knife that was lying in front of him. With a wicked smile, Chu-Ching started the action which made Juobukun shocked to death. Within seconds, Juobukun changed his appearance. His hair became short and messy, making him look like a nerd. After that, Chu-Ching threw a knife right near the valuables and intimidated Juobukun.
I'm not the old Chu-Ching that you can bully easily. I hope you remember that.
Chu-Ching, aren't you getting a bit too harsh?
Too harsh? If I lost, even if I begged, would you let me go? I only get on my knees in front of my parents. Who do you think you are? Why would I do that for you? Now get out of here. I don't want to see you anymore.
Juobukun then walked away from the room in shame. Everyone in the room watched him with a strange feeling.
The annoying person is gone. Let's rock.
Hearing Chu-Ching's order, everyone continued the party happily.
It is getting harder to understand you every single time.
It isn't, I guess. You know who I am?
After the event was over, Chu-Ching got in the car and went home alone because Tang Ziyong couldn't be with him.
I smell beer. How will I go back home like this? I have to call my older sister and tell her first. Sis, I won't go home tonight. Take care of our parents. Make some excuse to them, please.
Asshole, where are you going this time? I won't lie for you.
What? You won't? If you help me, I will pay you later. It is for you, yo decide.
No problem.
The screen changed to Chen Hua's apartment.
At this time, Hua is probably awake.
He took the key and opened the door, but when the key was inserted, the door suddenly opened by itself, which made Chu-Ching anxious. After the door opened, Chu-Ching saw an unexpected apparition. Chen Hua was held by an old man and forced to do something.
Who is he?
Chen Hua is my girlfriend. Who are you?
Are you her boyfriend?
Yes.
Well, I'm her dad. She owes me 3 million yuan. Could you pay it?
Don't lie. You are the one who owes me 3 million. Why would you go gamble with that money?
Doesn't matter if I am owing you. You are my daughter. Naturally, you have to pay me.
How do you think I could get that money? Here is all my money. Get out of here and don't come back again.
You have little money. I will ask your boyfriend for the rest.
He doesn't have money. He is just a student.
You're shameless, Chen Hua. You're even seducing students now. I'm sure he is using your money to live.
Do you think if he had money, he would notice me?
You didn't really need to say that.
If he doesn't have money, then break up with him. I will find you a very rich boyfriend, and not underage. If I sell your body, you are a girl. You won't suffer that much. Just go along with those rich people for one night. You don't have to marry them.